technical analysis on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. So, Bill, let me know when you're ready.
All right. I'm doing the screen share now, so I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. So, if we're looking at this, if we're looking at Bitcoin right now, okay, basically down here in 2019, you had the huge correction of the big rally from 2017. And then this, 2019, 2020, you had a rally, and then net, you had this colossal puke that retraced 3/4 of last year's kind of moon from 3,000 to 13,000. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, it would be good if we could see Bitcoin holding above 5,700. If Bitcoin does not hold above 5,700, then, you can't say, okay, yeah, it's all right. It's not going to crash again.
Mm-hmm.
If you do see Bitcoin above 5,700, that could be very encouraging for the whole space. Okay. So net, markets go up, right? And then they can sometimes retrace, like here's the rally, right? And then they retrace 3/4 of that rally, right? They wash everyone out. Everyone's bearish. No one owns it. The sky is falling.
So
and then
basically textbook. It's textbook.
It could be. I mean, this to me looks textbook. I mean, I want to see it above 5,700, but the fact that it's sitting here scaring everybody, everyone's like, oh my God, it's not above 5,700. It's going to go to zero. That's the way it was after 87. Like after 87, there was a double bottom in 87. They rallied it. It occurred in October. It rallied after the Fed cut rates, and there was a test of the lows in December, which was just horrific. And then everybody gave up, and then it did nothing but go up for 30 years. Okay, so we have to see if that repeats itself in crypto. It can, and the fact that crypto is not moving normally today, I consider that to be a good thing. Okay, so ETH, just a total pain in the ass. I'm sorry, It is. Okay, so here's what Ether's been doing. These two purple lines, they're parallel. Okay, I just drew this today. So back in June of last year, you had this euphoric attempt to sort of break out of this pattern. It didn't exist yet, but you had a false breakout here, right? And then you might have had the equivalent false breakdown here. Okay. So it's like first we go above the pattern and then we go back inside, and then we go below the pattern and then we go back inside. And really it's a 125 to 300 range. Now, the fact that this is all upward sloping, I've read all kinds of stuff that says it's terrible, but Ethereum's traveling in a box. Occasionally it leaves the box and we hope it goes back inside the box by going above 125. And if it doesn't, it's a shit coin, and, something else is going to take its place. But I'm really more for, up here at 325, everybody was like, going crazy. And then down here, everybody is capitulating, right? If you think Ethereum is the future, you got to be able to buy it at 125. If you can't buy it at 125, then something else is the future. All right.
Well said. I think.
Right. And then, if you go to Litecoin, right, just for laughs.
LTC.
Yeah. Okay. So we like these diagonal lines. Our audience likes the multicolored look. Okay. If you look at Litecoin, it hit right here. Right there. Right on one of those diagonal lines. And these diagonal lines have been meaningful a couple of different times, like here, right here. Okay. So, and of course, there was the breakout that occurred right there. So, do I need to run out and go buy Litecoin at 36? I don't think you have to run out and do it, But you got to remember, Litecoin's is fast Bitcoin. So somebody might start taking Litecoin for coffee. That's what, Litecoin was like designed for, was to be like for small transactions, kind of like in a Bitcoinish kind of way, with a price that people could get their head wrapped around. All right. And then the final thing I want to talk about is the dollar, right? So we've been tracking the dollar. We've been looking at this. This is the dollar index. So first the dollar collapsed, right? And then the dollar came all the way back. And I don't know what the dollar is going to do next, but the dollar does not appear to be able to break this resistance point. Okay, this is resistance from May of 2017. Okay, so I know people like the dollar when the world is ending. People flock into the dollar. It's just it's textbook legacy. It's textbook period, right? If the world's if there's a problem, you're going to buy the world's reserve currency. Now, if the world's reserve currency cannot break out on this news and the Fed just starts printing it, well, then this gives other currencies the opportunity to shine. Okay, it does. Mm-hmm. It's just like, everyone's like, oh, crypto has no use case. Okay, maybe. I can't argue that. Okay, but are you going to really seriously buy the euro? Like, not that we don't like our friends in Europe, but like they have negative rates, right? So first everybody was like, okay, the coronavirus in the United States, buy the euro. And then everybody gets up here and goes, wait, what? Buy the euro? What are you talking about? You're buying the euro and Bitcoin's down 40%. Oh, please stop. So I can't be bitter men's club about this. It is what it is. You have to listen to Mr. Market. But, if Ethereum can like hold its ground at 125 and Bitcoin could somehow get itself above 5,700, Bitcoin or crypto as a video game that you play when you stay home for 90 days, or as a future method of payment for things, right? Because inflation occurs and then people look for investments that make sense. There's a lot of young people who are going to get stuck at home. I mean, how much Nintendo can you play? Seriously. So people are going to be looking for investments and ways to pay for things in a currency that's appreciating in value, right? The risk to that view is that stocks go down 10% every day and everything goes down with it.
Okay. I mean, so in that case, hypothetically, if stocks go down 10% every day and so basically all markets really kind of go towards not zero, but on a gradual decline, you think eventually people will kind of hit that capitulation in stocks and look to crypto into an asset class that's not being affected by inflation and everything else?
Or well, people will, like, after stocks reprice, like the first thing we wrote for Token Metrics this year is that equities had to like reprice themselves for reality. Now, we didn't think it was like, the 12 Monkeys movie virus apocalypse, but, stocks needed to be repriced for reality. So once that occurs, then people may look for other forms of investment, other ways to pay for things. So crypto is useful in that way.
All right. Well said. Well said. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. So this is being posted on YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, everywhere. So, but we're taking comments mainly from YouTube as well. But if you're on any other platform, those comments will also end up getting towards us.